So now we're all responsible, and we've got to accept the new age, which is giving them total world government power, as announced by Newsweek.
Homes have been lost, jobs shed, businesses shuttered. Our health care is too costly, our schools fail too many.
So government got involved in health care 50 years ago, and now it's bankrupt, and the states are all going bankrupt, so the feds can come in and take over. Again, that blows them out, with federal mandates to give illegal aliens total health care at exorbitant prices, tens of billions of dollars in California and Texas alone. His answer is more government welfare, more government control, which is then eugenics, because through socialized controlled health care, the government can force you to take the treatments they want, and they can control medicine even more and cover up all their soft kill operations they're doing through the vaccines and drugs and the food.
And each day brings further evidence that the ways we use energy strengthen our adversaries and threaten our planet.
Okay, the federal government for decades has only allowed one pipeline out of Alaska. In one area alone, there's more oil than in all of Saudi Arabia. It could have been here decades ago. They get up on TV and lie and say, if we got all the oil from Alaska, give us 1% more. And so you've got to let us change our energy policy. But all that means is taxing and regulating and controlling. So that strengthens our enemies. So we've got to fix our energy. But instead of really fixing our energy and really going to a new energy system, which the feds actually try to block, they are going to bring in all these taxes and regulations.
These are the indicators of crisis, subject to data and statistics. Less measurable, but no less profound, is a sapping of confidence across our land.
Okay, they told us the economy was great for decades as they shifted us from a manufacturing to a debtor-based service economy, so we would be totally under their control and not be independent. And the government documents state they want that, destroy the family, break down communities, bankrupt the states with unfunded mandates. And then he comes in and talks about how we're losing our houses and losing our jobs, all done by design. Let's back that up again because I want to comment on it.
Our planet. These are the indicators of crisis, subject to data and statistics. Less measurable, but no less profound, is a sapping of confidence across our land.
Okay, now what happened? The bankers told us everything was great while they were setting this up, while we were all going into debt, while the society was falling apart. And then they come out 5 months ago and say, pass our banker bailout bills, do whatever we say, or we're going to have a depression, when they engineered it. They're given dictatorial power. They destroy the confidence. The markets start plunging. They admit we're going into a depression. And then now, oh, you've had bad confidence. It's your fault.
A nagging fear that America's decline is inevitable, that the next generation must lower its sights. Today, I say to you that the challenges we face are real.
Okay. So he's saying, yeah, we're in trouble. And he's saying, there's this fear that America's done for and our standard of living is going to go down. You hear NPR bragging, decades ago, America's got too much money, got too much energy. Globalism will teach us to tighten up our belt. I remember arguing with globalists at corporate events and things I've gone to around the country. And they'll go, Alex, of course globalism wants to lower America. We have to raise the third world. And I go, it's not to raise the third world, it's to get control of them. So see, they're the ones, the Club of Rome, CFR, all of them, that in their own policy reports say they wanted to deindustrialize us so they could socialize us, get control of us, destroy the middle class, disarm us, domesticate us. Use Americans as an engine for global domination, as a military district where they get their Hessian mercenaries. So again, here is Obama laying out this plan that will save us when they are the very people that have engineered all this. I'm going slow through this because it's important.
I say to you that the challenges we face are real. They are serious and they are many. They will not be met easily or in a short span of time. But know this, America, they will be met.
So then he puts out this thing, we're in trouble, we've got bad confidence, things are bad, but don't worry, they will be met. I've got a solution. I'm going to make it okay for you. And then everything he's saying he's going to do is the exact same policies by design, not by accident, that brought us here.
We gather because we have chosen hope over fear, unity of purpose over conflict and discord. On this day, we come to proclaim an end to the petty grievances and false promises, the recriminations and worn-out dogmas that for far too long have strangled our politics.
Okay. So, hope, coming together, sounds great. We're not going to let the parties fight with each other anymore. The petty recriminations, we're all going to come together. And what do you see? The PR firms that are CNN, Fox, and the rest of them, they're saying unity, unity, unity. America will only get fixed if you do everything Obama says. It's up to you. You've got to submit to whatever he says and whatever he pushes, or it's over. And Congress, you've got to vote however he says and do whatever he says, or it's over. And Republicans are suddenly all over TV, and Pat Robertson, all these conservative leaders who aren't real conservative saying, yes, we got to do whatever he says. It's inevitable. He's a good guy. Do what he says. And that's bringing the New World Order agenda, which they know is wildly unpopular. And they admit on the news, well, his actual policies are all very unpopular, but we've just got to get behind them because those will fix things. The founding fathers said gridlock was good. You know, why do we have states and a federal government? Why is the federal government split up in 3 groups that are co-equal? Why is the legislature? It's meant so that you can't get a dictator. It's meant so government can't amass the power and be organized to do that. It's a separation of powers. It's to bind them down. But see, he's saying, oh, that's bad. Now, he said 5 minutes ago, we need to continue with the Bill of Rights, Constitution, and our system of government that's made us so free. Now, though, he's coming in and saying things that are diametrically opposed to that. And any time in history, when you see media and culture in unison, and the comic books and music and TV and the Hollywood stars saying we got to do whatever this guy says. He is the Messiah. He is the world king. This is a coronation of a king. He can do it. He can fix it. Anytime that happens, it's Hitler, Stalin, Mao. And even the Washington Post admits this is all very fascistic. But they say that's okay because it'll save us.
We remain a young nation, but in the words of Scripture, the time has come to set aside childish things.
Okay, everything there he just said is a lie. The United States is now older than the Roman Republic when it fell. The United States is the oldest continuing government system in the world. 235 years old. It's the oldest, 1776. 230 plus years old. It is the oldest government, continually operating government in history. Another lie. Then he quotes Scripture to manipulate people religiously. There was another point I wanted to make. I got to back it up even more.